Today's an excellent day to show you the latest upgrade on my RMAX4 stretch, because here in Middle Tennessee, it's about 30 couple degrees. We got a couple snow flurries here and it is cold. So that is why it's the best time to show you my full cab setup that I just put on my RMAX4 with a heater kit. This is an all new hard cab and heater kit for Yamaha. This is something that I've had quite a few requests about. Ever since the RMAX came out, I've had a lot of guys asking me about a full hard cab setup, and Yamaha came out with one. So I got this, put it on here and show you guys exactly what it looks like and how it works. It was a little bit of an install. It was a couple day process. I had a buddy of mine come and help me do it. So we tore it down, put the heater kit in, and then we also did the hard cab doors, and then we did the windshield and the back glass. All that together comes up with a complete hard cab setup. It turned out really good. When you're talking about a pretty cool design for Yamaha to come out with this, it is pretty high end. Definitely a good fit, good finish. The doors shut nice. The rear doors are suicide doors. Also, as a safety precaution, they also put this tether on here, this rubber tether, and it goes on the door and holds it shut just in case. I know sometimes with some of our other units, we'll be going down the trail and the door will just pop open. As far as the heater kit, we have vents in the rear at the floor for the passengers in the back. And then in the front, we have vents on the dash for the driver and passenger. So we have plenty of vents. And this heater kit, this new and improved heater kit, is different than the old heater kit that Yamaha had for the previous units. Previous units that Yamaha had, the heater kit, when you turned them off, they didn't seem to go all the way off. So you kind of constantly had a little bit of hot air pushing through them. With this new heater kit, when you shut it off, it's off. You don't get any heat. There's no fan, no anything coming out. The heater kit's been relocated to the glove box, and the reason for that is it keeps it from getting filled with mud and debris, and then also it keeps the interior from steaming up when you hit water crossings. You are going to lose a little bit of storage room in your glove box, but a way to offset that is to add the Wolverine door storage bags. The doors, I think, are 80 pounds a piece. So you are going to add some weight to your unit, so you're going to have to adjust your suspension. You're going to feel a little bit more heaviness with the doors on there, but it's not overwhelming. When it comes to opening your windows, the way the windows work, they open like that so you can get some air. When you open your window, you just go like that, and then you have full air. In the summertime, if you do have the full hard cab setup on and you want maximum air, you open your windows, both front doors, back doors, and then also slide open the rear glass, and you have air flowing through the whole vehicle. Your rear windows work the same way. You could open them up like that if you just want to get some air in. And then when you open it up, you just lock it in place. So when you're going down the trail, your window is open. A couple guys had hit me up and asked about the mirror mount for the doors, because when you're running the doors, it's different than a mirror mount for when you're not running the doors. So if you're not running the doors, your Yamaha mirrors are going to mount to your A-pillar here. And when you're running the doors, there is a separate mount that goes on the doors. So that's a totally separate mount. And I'm going to put all the part numbers in the description so you know right where to go to get all this stuff if you want to get more information on it. But that is a different mount on the door for the mirrors when you do run a hard cab setup. So whenever it comes to your back glass, you just undo your latch, slide it open, and that way you have full air flowing through the whole cab. It does remind me of an old pickup truck that I used to have, where the glass was a sliding glass window like this. All we need in here now is a gun rack. Since my unit is the XTR, it does not come with speakers in the rear. So what I did was I got some speakers for the rear, and this is where they wire in. They come in right here. They come up over the top, and they will actually come down, and the connectors down into here. If you were curious about it, and if you were wondering, I know Yamaha does have the speaker kit online. The front speakers and the rear speakers are exactly the same. You could literally take your speakers from the front and put them in the back, take them from the back and put them in the front. It's the same exact speaker. One nice thing about this hard cab setup is it doesn't rattle. It doesn't make noise. It doesn't bang around. It's not loose. It fits very snug. And a lot of that has to do with how you set it up, how you adjust your latches and jams and everything. But once you get it dialed in, it's very tight, very snug. It seals up really good. I was pretty impressed with that. And you can lock it. So the cool thing is, if you're at a trail system like Hatfield McCoy and you want to go in a restaurant, get something to eat, you have keys that you can lock the doors. everything is a la carte, like your front doors, your rear doors, your windshield, your back glass. So that way, if say you already bought the windshield and you already bought the back glass and now you're just like, hey, you know, I want to add some doors to it, then you can go ahead and buy the door separate. So that way it's not all together, and then you can also buy the heater separate as well. We could have definitely used this on our last trip to Hatfield McCoy because it was cold. I mean, it was freezing cold. One thing I do like about this windshield here is it is full glass, like it's the real deal. You got a windshield wiper with 2 speeds, and also you got the juicer. And the nice thing about this one is it comes out on this side and the other side. You get full coverage on your windshield whenever you do hit your juicer. That's 1 speed, then that's 2 speed, and then that's off, and then that's your juicer. Our heat is all the way on right here. Here it's all the way off. There's no fan, there's nothing coming out. Temperature on high, it's just like your vehicle. All the way over if you just want it on low or cool. Doesn't have AC. It's not a full HVAC system, it's just heat. Right now the engine's in around 120 some degrees. I can show you what the heat is coming out of there right now. We just started the vehicle. Oh, that'll definitely keep you warm on a cold day. Those cold, rainy, snowy days, oh man, I'm telling you right now, this thing will be nice. It's a little cold and windy today, and I can feel this heat kicking and it's feeling good. I've seen a couple comments, people are like, oh well, with that cabo and you don't even need that heater. And that may be true in some areas, but if you're riding where it is just brutally cold, you will need the heater, because it's just hard to get that chill off of you, and it's just hard to overcome that cold. And I personally, especially if I got a little wet or it's damp outside or rainy and you get in your vehicle and you're starting to drive, and then your clothes are reacting to the inside and the heat, now you're fogging up and you don't have a heater. You got a defroster, you got heater vents in your unit. Not having all of that, if you do get cold and wet and you get inside and you're driving, your body puts off that heat, and then it's cold in here and you're going to start to fog up. So that's miserable if you're trying to go down a trail and it's fogging up on you on the inside. Then you got to open your windows to try and get some air in. Well, then now you're even colder. So it's kind of defeating the purpose. Right now we're at 99.3 degrees, 99.5. Our temperature is at 132 degrees on our engine. I would say here sitting at idle, that's probably about our max temperature that we're going to get sitting at idle. Well, we're going to hit 100. That's 100 degrees coming out of that vent. I'll have a full breakdown on all the parts I used in the description, and if you'd like even more information, you can go to yamahamotorsports.com or check out your local Yamaha dealer.